Hello, this is Real History, and I am Melissa. Today is Thursday, the 18th of January, 2024, and today I am talking with Mark, who lives in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. And Mark has been a friend of mine, a friend of Alan's for a long time, and I have talked to him regularly and roped him into doing one of these with me. So, hey, Mark, how are you?
Hi, Melissa. I'm doing fine, thanks.
Good. So you want to talk about the weather for a minute? It's really cold.
We've actually been pretty lucky here this year. We haven't had any snow really to speak of. We had a snowless Christmas, and as of a third of the way through January here so far, we just received our first snowfall just a couple of days ago, and it was about a foot of snow, and we'll be expecting some more over the weekend. So while I was a chiropractor, a number of things happened with legislation and such that made being a chiropractor very burdensome. They put in so much bureaucracy and so much extra work for things that really didn't need to be done. Mm-hmm. But it was extra work that took up more of my time, and I was already extremely pushed to the limits as it was with time and how much time I was willing to put in to my practice and stuff, and so it got to be quite tiresome. But
your worldview is opened up a little bit by Aaron Russo from Freedom to Fascism.
Right. So I watched that video, and a lot of it hit home with me, and I could see I could from my own life experiences and observations, I could see that a lot of what he was saying was true and stuff, but helping with the Occupy movement. Do you remember the Occupy?
Oh, sure.
The Occupy movements that were, well, mm-hmm. Of course, that was all controlled and perpetrated from the top. However, I did not realize this at the time because I was still rather new to the scene and hadn't put a lot of stuff together yet. And Alex told me about Alan and told me that Alan lived right near Sudbury, basically in Sudbury almost. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I started, I checked out his website and listened to his interviews he had with Alex Jones and listened to Alan's RBN radio show.
He had documented a lot of things that had been done to his cattle, his livestock.
And a few minutes later, I realized that you had actually come in from the bedroom. So that got me thinking a little bit more, even about the veracity of what Alan just told me. But in hindsight, I realized that he was just trying to protect your identity.
We just could not have managed without your help, and that was. There were many of them. I won't list them all, but probably the biggest, without a doubt, the biggest one was when Alan was in the hospital. And you were there immediately, and you were there daily, and you were there with all kinds of help and anything that was needed. And it was an extremely stressful time.
And you have to come to understand the new, what reality really is. So I always tell people that there's 5 different stages in the grieving process, and I use the acronym DABDA, D-A-B-D-A, DABDA, to explain each stage of the grieving period. So DABDA. So it's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance.